Hello everyone, this is Group 88's final project, Winning the Game, Identifying Predictors of Game Success. We decided on this topic because many of us are passionate about video games and are curious on which factors will have the highest impact on the popularity of a game, which we measure in ratings and sales. After doing some background research, we found that although there has been research and work done on this topic, many of them are dated and include not very much variables. And we came to our hypothesis that longer video games, more supported platforms, and more supported language will have a positive impact on a game's popularity, whereas factors such as price, required age, genre, and release months will not impact the game's popularity as much. We went over Kaggle and found 4 datasets that we decided to use. There are many more, but some of them contains duplicate information or are flawed in some way, whether like a lack of data or a lack of explaining what a variable means. These are the 4 we decided to use, and each of them contains a very interesting variable between like languages, supported languages, time to complete, sales, etc. And here's a quick glance at each of our datasets.
Now I'll be talking about the data cleaning part. After we have processed the game datasets into 4 data frames, we want to merge them into a big new CSV file. And that is going to be used for our further analysis. So first we rename those columns to a common name called game name so that we can determine all of the common games. And then we use a custom merge function to handle different data types. And eventually we decided what columns to keep to use for our further analysis. And the first clean data set only contains 396 games because the first data set is about game sales, but the number of games is limited compared to other game sets. And so we did another approach, which is only processing the data set from 2 to 4. And now we have 9,050 games, which is useful for our further analysis.
Anthony Chu, and I'm going through. Hey, this is Anthony Chu, and I'm going through the first section of EDA. We first list out all the basic information about the cleaning dataset, and then we did a visualization in general to see distribution for each variables. Many games don't have positive reviews. There are more games with lower age requirements, and most games don't have DLCs. After that, we have a correlation analysis. There is strong positive correlation between global sales and regional sales. It also suggests that games with more DLC provide a richer game experience. Then we have a list of top 10s of each categories, like we have 5 of them for later analysis.
The next section of EDA is analyze game sales by different factors, and the first factor is release dates. We split it into 2 cases as release year and release month. And through our visualizations and the matrix of correlations, we use our OSL regression analysis to find that release year is actually a significant predictor for game sales, except for the matrix being the Metacritic rating. And then for the release month, surprisingly, it is not a significant predictor for all metrics of the game sales. Then we take the factors at the game times that all 3 different cases are not a significant predictor of game sales, except for the matrix being Metacritic rating according to our OSL regression analysis. Then we take the factors as the platform, supported language, and the genres of the game. And we first used a ANOVA method to see whether there have the significant differences among each categories, and the answer is positive. So we then use the OSL regression analysis to see whether they are significant predictors, and we find that the platform supported language are significant predictors of the game sales, except for the matrix being Metacritic rating. And for the genres, it's a little bit different, that it is a significant predictor of the game sales, except for the both Metacritic rating and the positivity ratio. And then we are looking at the required age. And through our similar process, we use the OSL regression analysis that find out it's not a significant predictor for game sales, except for the matrix as user review rating.
According to the results, our hypothesis is partially correct. The correlation between release time and age for different ratings is weak, and does not affect the popularity of the game. There is a strong correlation between different game time. More platforms and more supported language will have the positive impact on the popularity of the game. There's total variation in ratings between different genres. By analyzing those factors, they are valuable for game developers and sales, such as platform choice, extensive gameplay, and multiple language support, but still need to consider the limitation. That's all.